Hello everyone, VJ here back again with some What's on Deck. And I've had one hell of a week. Let's say that. It started last weekend when I got the flu. I ended up staying home all week. And then on Friday, I had to have a tooth extracted in the middle of basically having the flu. So yeah, fun stuff. But I'm feeling a bit better and well, I'm hopeful to get back to work on Tuesday because it's a long weekend. Happy Family Day or whatever you're celebrating for tomorrow. And let's get on though with what's going on with the playing cards. First of all, on Kickstarter, we have this. For some unnecessary, unknown reason, it is the Trident playing cards by Card Mafia. Their first project, which is by Kevin Yu, which why do you need like half a dozen accounts for your projects? I don't understand that. Also, it's basically the same disgusting box we've seen from Bokobo. Maybe not disgusting, but just it's not a great box that we've seen before from Bokobo on a few different projects. I really could care less. Apparently, it's supposed to be better quality with a new self-locking system, whatever the hell that means. I really don't care. Apparently, each box contains 15 pieces of uncut seats and takes 20 minutes to assemble. Again, seems really unnecessary. They are 38 bucks Canadian on the early bird for a set of decks that includes the deluxe and the classic, as well as a certificate and a sticker. I would prefer just a classic. The back design says Trident on it, except it's in the word has been split up for some reason. T-R-I-N-T. Apparently. It's a nice enough back design. Then we get to the faces, which look, they're okay. The pips are okay. The colors are okay. But the court cards leave a lot to be desired. Who the hell is Jack Hector? It also says Diamond Jack because, well, you might not know what the hell it is otherwise if they don't tell you what it is. Fina, Queen of Fina, Spade Queen, Alexander. I guess they're not terrible. You know, it's a type of deck that I might look to get later on. And then we got, going on to something better here, is the Keymaster Tarot from Lorenzo. Very well funded, as you can see. It is 50 bucks Canadian for the basic deck, which is fine. Of course, it does include shipping, so that's an added bonus. Obviously, beautiful artwork, very nice tarot deck that I've been looking forward to. Nice back design. It's the same as his previous decks. It's the same House of the Rising Spade design, and it's basically the same set. Keymaster Basic apparently comes in a bag. 50 bucks for a bag. Then his Superior comes in a box. How much is his Superior? 75 bucks Canadian. Absolutely not. Now, there is included shipping, free shipping for certain nations. Canada, US, certain European nations. But others do not have free shipping. So, it's not free shipping for everyone. And there's the Keymaster Ultimate, which is a little bit excessive, but it's pretty interesting. Be printed by Carter Monday, so the quality is going to be good. 320 GR Super Lux. You know, I like it. I'd like to see more of the number cards, perhaps. Here we go. Yeah, they're very nice, as you would expect from Lorenzo, and definitely worth checking out. Okay, I mean, it's good that he has this reputation and credibility thing, but it also seems like gloating. And that seems a little bit unseemly to be gloating about all this money you've raked in. Just my opinion. A little bit unnecessary. Um, so free shipping from Germany to the UK, Gibraltar, Switzerland, Norway, Iceland, and others in Europe. Free shipping from USA to USA, Brazil, Canada, Australia, Singapore, New Zealand, Israel, Malaysia, Japan, South Korea, Russia, and Hong Kong. There is additional shipping to Thailand, Vietnam, South Africa, India, Ukraine, the United Arab Emirates, Philippines, China, Turkey, and Indonesia. So, there you go. Kind of weird that the shipping free from USA to places like Singapore and New Zealand and Malaysia, but then Indonesia and Philippines, they have to pay extra. It's in the same neighborhood. Like, I don't understand that. It's also going to be a miniature available. There is a book you can get. Feel free to send it to me. The same. Yeah, I like it. I don't know how I feel about paying $50 for a deck in a bag. That seems unfair. Just give me a standard tuck case. You know, that would be nice, but it is what it is. Moving on. Oh my god. The 1893 Chicago Midway playing cards and companion book. Chances of funding pretty much non-existent, although it does have some money. These guys are retired attorney. You know, I think you would have the money to self-fund whatever you wanted. Problem is, this is pretty horrible. Like, look at these court cards. It looks like they were shrunken, and then they got... Each suit has their own color from the looks of it. But that color is not reflected on the indexes, which is understandable. They're horrible. I don't even know what the back design's supposed to be. Probably that wheel. Yes, I mean the font is cool. The implementation, not so much. $12 for one deck. Not so who's producing. Oh, okay, it says they want to have USB-C printed or else shuffled ink. What's misspelled? It's ink, as in like pen ink. Last I checked, in Florida. I've never had a deck from shuffled ink, so I can't speak to the quality, but I think it's that good. And then Tarot of Vlad Dracula. We don't usually look at a lot of tarot decks. I wanted to look at this one because when I look at it, I don't know, I get a bit of Lorenzo vibe. At least, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. If there was foil on the faces on the borders, that would be very similar to the House of the Rising Spades. It's an okay tarot deck. It's not something that... I don't know what I'm looking at. Moving on. We have the Identity deck, which is not your typical deck. It's more of a magic deck. The reason I'm looking at it is because it is by Phil Smith and DMC, Drone Bunny Coots. Why they're doing a project on Kickstarter, I'm not sure. I mean, usually they just produce their decks and sell them. There is indexes for playing cards on the faces, as you can see, but they're on the wrong corner. Just saying. I don't need a lefty deck, but obviously there's purposes for the other corners having stuff. There's all sorts of stuff going on with the faces. Looks more like a game than a deck of cards or a magic deck. Each suit does have its own color. I don't like the diamonds. The yellow just seems really... doesn't pop very much on that face. Especially when you get a jack of diamonds, I can't see the index. It's very hard to see it. And it is a marked deck. It's a nice back design. Constellation reader system. It's interesting. I'm not sure if it's kind of fun because of how unique it is. £15 for one deck, which is nearly $30 Canadian. New. I'll get a number of fees if I wanted. Moving on. Strotos. I don't think it's gonna fund with a goal that high. It's currently at 3,500 euros out of a 15,000 euro goal. Excuse me, I still have a bit of a cough. This is from Card Deck. Kickstarter print only will not be available elsewhere. BS, it will be available elsewhere whether you like it or not, because retailers will be backing it, gamblers is shipping it, they're going to be selling it. I'd almost put money on it. €5 to get an exclusive email and a mention on their website for supporting the project. Wow, totally worth it. €18 for one deck. That's expensive. I mean, the artwork's pretty nice. It's got nipples, so can't complain with that. Free worldwide shipping is a nice, little perk. Very interesting artwork. Nice pips. Very nice artwork, actually, I will say. Very nice back design. But it is kind of expensive. And, I mean, it's good that it has free shipping, but for €18, 26 bucks Canadian, you better have free shipping. But it's more like shipping is being paid for you by you anyways. It's like the shipping is included in the price. Well, I mean, I guess that makes sense, but feels like you're paying for shipping anyway. And then we got the Royal Verge being printed by Carter Moon Day. It's nearly funded. 5,400 right now out of a $6,500 goal. It should fund by Petros Chrysotos. I mentioned this one previously before it launched. $12 from one deck is an excellent price. Very nice, beautiful back design of a Victorian style clock. It says it's going to be on the iconic 2-lid B9 Finis. Oh yeah, but it is a slimline paper stock because they don't have the other stock anymore. Nice custom court cards and artwork. I am a fan. This is the type of deck though that I'm just going to get later on because why not? It's going to be available later on. Almost guaranteed. But it's a beautiful deck. I like it. Definitely worth checking out. There's a reveal on the Jokers as well. It's always nice. There's a marking system. Thumbs up for that. And Destino, the Magician, is a partner on this. $9 to ship for one deck. I mean, I guess that's not terrible, but moving on, we have the Year of the Ox, Lunar, and Zodiac playing cards by Nomads playing cards. I will point out one of their previous projects was suspended by Kickstarter. I don't know what that is about, but I consider it a red flag, especially since they haven't really addressed it, that I can tell. But, I mean, you get the same artwork as previous decks, basically, different colors. Very nice tuck cases. Pretty nice artwork. I apologize. $16 for one deck, $30 for a pair. They're okay. It's not, I'm not gonna run out and get this whole set of 24 decks because that's ridiculous. I will say, and those are nice back designs, nice colors. I will agree with others that the standard edition looks better than the limited edition. The colors just look better. The background and everything. Just that dark red just doesn't do it for me. And of course, there's that whole Noir Arts printing thing that really is a massive turnoff. Because I still have not found a deck of theirs that had quality that I really cared for. This is kind of interesting. Postcards. Fun. Um, and then we got this project, Disaster Leader playing cards, which is an absolute disaster. It's horrible. His second project from this creator, Yang Yi Han. The last one was also horrible, and I recall looking at it. $7 on the early bird, and still not even half of them sold. That's how bad they are. And these are the cards. Like here, you look at this, and it says it's about disasters and plagues, fires, stuff that's going on all over the world. And then you get to the cards, and it's like, that's it. They're indexes. There's nothing on them. There's absolutely no effort put into this deck. There's no artistic um, ability in this deck. There's nothing. Apparently there's gilded deck as well. It's just absolutely horrible. Horrible one-way back design. Horrible faces with nothing going on in them. What is this about disasters and stuff like that when there's nothing on it? It's just like a random name they threw out. Did he just pick a name from a hat? Okay, this is the name. I mean, really? It's one of the worst decks I've ever seen on Kickstarter, in my opinion. Moving on, we have the Black Tulip playing cards by Diamond Playing Cards, Dutch Card House Company. There's also a stretch goal for a purple one. You can see the 3 previous ones in the background. This is something I'll get later on. It is funded. 13 euros for one deck. Lower pricey for me. Hopefully these are the last of the tulips. They've been doing a lot of just recolors of their 3 main decks. They got the tulips, they got the paisleys, and then they got the diamond point cards. It's just recolor, recolor, recolor. The faces, okay, but not great at all. Could be better. You can see review on my channel with the 3 previous ones if you want to see what you're going to get. Printed by USPC though, traditionally cut. Blah blah blah. Purple. It's pretty nice. What is the stretch goal for that? At 8,000 euros. So that's been unlocked. Yeah, it's just been unlocked. So both of those decks will be available later on. And then there's Infinitum by Oakland Playing Cards, which was relaunched for some reason. It is funded. I'm not sure why it was relaunched. But they're pretty nice. I like the yellow and the blue. That works well together. The black one, this seems a bit dark in the color. And then the red one's not bad. But the faces, I guess they're not bad. They're not bad. I do feel, again, like with some of the other decks, maybe it's just the size of the image, how I'm looking at this, but I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of white. There's a little bit more darkness on those code cards, just to bring out the details more. Maybe that's just me. Here, see, it looks much better on this card with the white, with the black background. And you can see the white on the faces. You can see the details a lot better than you can on white. So I stand with my point, my comment. And that's interesting. 3D printed deck blocks. Ghost White, Midnight Black, and Royal Blue. I'm confused as to why there's two different prices there. There is a $22 price and then there's a $14 price. Or is that just the approximate? I don't understand that. And they don't exactly specify what that is. I guess $22. Okay, I get it now. $22 is the Australian price. 14 is the American price for one deck. A few more bucks internationally. I get it now. I get it. Stretch goals for metallic inks at 29,000 Australian, 20,000 US. 2-color foil stretch goal for the tuck cases. As a decent price, they will achieve almost. I'm not sure again why it was relaunched, but here it is. And then moving on to some upcoming Kickstarter stuff, we got the Florencia Nova and Antigua from Passion playing cards. Very nice looking. It's supposed to be coming this spring. I agree with that comment that requiring 4 decks to complete this image is overkill. Then again, you might not need 4 decks to complete the image. I guess you do. Or at least 3. It's a nice wraparound design, but. And here you see the artwork on the cards. Very nice. And then there's this. This is coming tomorrow from Third Way, the Italia Divina. And I mean, the faces are interesting. I hope there's going to be translations available for what it says on the cards, because not everyone is Italian. It's insane. And then the core cards, they just seem like more of the same. From Giovanni, I would like to see something, completely different. So you got the Italia Radiosa and Italia Segreta. Very nice. Has not decided if it's going to be USB-C or card wounded or both. Just make up your mind. There's the backs. Pretty nice. Simple. And then there's one more variation. The Divina limited edition, which is going to have foil. Just 1777 made. And it's completely unnecessary. Metalux or foil on the back will be a stretch goal. If not reached, it will be pure silver ink instead. What I think is it sounds exactly the same thing, same colors, on a previous deck or two that you've done. And it's completely unnecessary. Looks like all the core cards are going to be female. There's more nipples to be found. And they're all different, so that's nice. Launches tomorrow. Don't ask me what time. I should probably check that out, but it is what it is. What, we don't get a preview? I thought this was a preview. Yes, I was wrong. Moving on, we got something new from Riffle Shuffle. It is the 1,000 Cranes. $7.95 on the special for 72 hours. How exciting. The artwork is I don't like it. I'm not going to be getting it. I see they got this special case that there's 100 of them available. It's like a free deck case, which is really weird shape. I like the purple pips. What I don't like this A on the ace. It looks like a triangle. It doesn't look like an A. And I could say the same thing with the index says. You can see here on the Queen of Spades again. It just looks like a shape. It doesn't look like a letter. And then I don't know. I'm not feeling the chord cards. They're based off standard chord cards, obviously, but it looks like they just colored in the whole thing and called it a day. Very, crystal type look to it. Back design's okay. The top case is okay. It's not really my cup of tea. And then this has relaunched the Chicken Nuggets, vintage Chicken Nuggets, available on chickennuggetcards.com instead of Kickstarter. So this is how to get in around the copyright issues by telling them basically, F you, we're going to do it anyways, whether you like it or you don't like it, which, in my opinion, is childish and immature and still illegal. It's still illegally producing these decks, but F it, right? And there's also a bunch of different variations. I will say that if you subscribe, and they're going to be printed by Taiwan Playing Cards on vintage stock, as they call it, there is a bunch of different variations. Apparently, if you get more than 4 decks, you get the free big deck boxes. There's specials for the first 7 days, expire in 3 days now. So there's the red and blue for the 2 decks, $18 for a pair, not a bad price. That's the big box for the 4 decks. And I imagine if you get 12 decks or more, you get the brick box. $12 for 1 deck as well. It's kind of weird. It says for 2 decks, $18 on the special regular 30, but then here it says $24. Huh? Stretch goals include the following: at $30,000, a black version; at $40,000, and it's 1,000 the black version; at $45,000, there will be sky blue and dark red versions at $2,500 each; and at $50,000, a green foiled version. And you can see, oh, it's a crowd fun fiend exclusive fun fiend, whatever fun fiend means. And it also has deluxe set for 2 decks at up to $20,000 with 250 sets available. Also, it's my understanding that you can add on all these decks, and then whatever ones they says here, all the decks, whichever they fail to reach the goals, they refund back to have already unlocked decks. So that's cool. And I do trust them in that respect. Currently at 120 backers. Don't know where they are funding wise. Oh yeah, I forget. Never mind. I would love to see what their funding currently is at. But whatever. Then moving on. Once again, playingcarddex.com released this deck the other day. It's currently $8.99. The Bicycle Rock and Roll deck, which I mentioned last week, became available on Friday. And let's see if they have anything else, and I'll look at Murphy's as well. Actually, I found it strange yesterday that Murphy's was down for maintenance in the middle of the day, but it is what it is. Nothing really interesting here. I mean, I see these Sumi Kitsune bicycle playing cards from Card Experiment are available. The 15 playing card decks is available. If he wants to send that my way, my recent order, that's fine. Um, and then going to Murphy's here. They had a bunch of decks. Circus number 47's in Gilded. Um, the Outlaw Hell Riders from Kings and Crooks, is it? As well as their Empire Bloodlines. Fifth Kingdoms, Bicycle Agendas. There's a bunch of stuff here from Jackson Wellington, including Invocations in Platinum and Copper 2020. Guess we'll look at those. Why not? The Merlin Illuminations. The Jasper's Eggplant, which, by the way, I got from Jasper's website the other day, and just received it this week, and now it's available here, which is slightly annoying. Fane, which I got quite some time ago. But let's look at a few things here. Also, I want to mention something. When it comes to Jackson Wellington, one thing that annoys me so much when I look at these decks, if I was to show you Invocation on Portfolio 52, for instance, there's about 8 different versions. Why? I want to know why we need 8 different versions of one freaking deck. There's a couple of different color variations, which is fine. Then there's multiple gilded versions, there's limited versions, there's signed versions. Why are you people so stupid to keep giving them boatloads of money for decks just because they're signed or they're a gilded deck or a different color gilded? Or they're artist proofs. Like, stop feeding him money like you're some kind of debit card. Like, stop giving him so much money for basically different versions of the same thing. It's ridiculous how much money people are willing to throw at him just because it's signed, or it's an artist proof, or it's limited, or it's gilded, or it's a different gilded color, or whatever. It's ridiculous. It's absurd. Hopefully people will open their eyes one day. This is the 2020 deck. It's pretty interesting. One of the different variations, as you can see. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. I was blind, but now I see. Yeah, I mean, sort of. I mean, I was never blind, but definitely without my glasses, I can't see a whole lot, so. Very interesting, but they're basically his modified code cards. These are the Invocation. They're pretty nice. Pretty well designed. The court cards, the faces on this king reminds me of the court cards on one of his other decks. I don't remember the name. I know it was like Scottish or Irish medieval themed. It's the platinum one, if we can get a look. Pretty nice. And then we have the number 13 Players Volume 1. And again, it's basically his standard court cards. Nice enough back design. And it even says here, King's Wong standard court cards, which again is laziness to just throw those on any deck basically. And here you go. Here's a new deck, and here's 8 other versions. And don't get me wrong, this is not necessarily, I'm not trying to crap on Jackson Robinson. I am crapping on people who keep throwing money at him and at his, towards his way for all these excessive, unnecessary versions just because they're limited or whatever. What are these? Oops. Like burst. Charlie Madison. Really. Oh, somebody's been adding a butt ton of decks here. Oh boy. Anyways, I'll show you. Let's look at Invocation. And this is just what was added here. You see my point? 11 different versions of Invocation. Just that deck. You got a copper gilded version, limited artist proof, platinum, copper, standard, which oddly is not available. Oddly, the standard one is limited one, or not available on Murphy's, but the copper and platinum one are. And there's a special edition platinum gilded, only 250. Gotta get them right. A signed navy edition, red gilded, and an artist proof gilded. Anyone that feels the need to get all these decks for the collection, I don't understand. It's just like this is excessive, extremely excessive. Lots of cash grabs, and people need to wake up and stop just throwing money at him for every deck that comes out because it's limited or whatever. Because Jackson Robinson, he is laughing at all of you for throwing all this money his way. He is laughing at you because you're all ridiculous. Anyway, one more deck to look at: Merlin Illuminations by Art Playing Cards. I remember it's just on Kickstarter. Pretty interesting. I'm not sure how I feel about those indexes. They might be a little bit hard to read, perhaps. Pretty nice though. Copper, silver, artwork, gold, I guess. Very nice detail on the faces there. Obviously, Merlin, Arthurian. That's the deck I was thinking of from Jackson Robinson. So yeah. So that is it for this week, I believe. Comment, rate, subscribe, let me know what you think. I apologize for ranting on Jackson Robinson and his supporters, but it's ridiculous. I can't understand or fathom why people feel the need to pay him hundreds of dollars, hundreds and hundreds of dollars for all these decks. It's just, I don't understand. If you got that much money, feel free to send me donations. I got a PayPal link in the description. I'll make better use of that money. Anyways, that is that. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.